Spartans! What is your profession?
My experiences with music-based anime have had a one-track mind recently. Most of the series focus on creating a band or living in a music-based world. K-On! Is a musical series that comes to many viewers' minds and mine as well. I enjoyed the simple story, but the character interactions and development were what made the series that much better. Sound Euphonium is another series that comes to mind, as its character development and story are done nicely as well. However, with music anime, I never am able to become immersed into a story. This brings us to Your Lie in April. Looking at the overall style and concepts of the show, I was immediately intrigued. But were those ideas only a lie? What's up, guys? It's Kent from Spartan Media Reviews, here to discuss the anime Your Lie in April. Is this anime worth your time, or should you pass it up? Let's find out. Your Lie in April introduces us to our lead male, Arima Kosei, a former piano prodigy who is gifted in multiple ways. As a child, Kosei was compared to a robot by his competitors, playing the score exactly as it was written, just as his mother taught him. However, after his mother passed away, Kosei is no longer able to hear the notes of his piano playing, causing him to give up on music forever, or so we thought. One day, Kosei goes along with his childhood friends Tsubaki and Watari on a double date to a violin concert, in which he meets a young girl named Kaori. Kaori has a special style to her music by playing the score the way she wants to. As the story progresses, Kaori tries to introduce the love of music back into Kosei's life, and the true story of Your Lie in April begins. This show can be classified as a romantic drama, but I personally thought that the romance elements were not needed. They helped add to the overall emotion and feel of the show, but it failed to elaborate on that as the main point of the series. However, the romance elements are by no means bad, just underdeveloped. Personally, I would describe the main aspects of the story as a chapter in Kosei's life compared to a romance series. We see the trials and tribulations that he has to go through, with an underlying romance in between. I also love the false hope throughout the series as well. You can always tell that Kosei was sinking into an endless void, unable to swim back to the surface. Something positive may happen, but it doesn't really do much for the sorrow that is bound to happen, as seen through the numerous examples in the series. Your Lie in April also uses the saying, "You never know how much you love something until it's gone." This aspect is done beautifully, being used in both the main aspects of the story and the romance elements as well. The comedy in this series can be compared to that of Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Some people may enjoy it while others may not, considering comedic elements are mostly subjective. Being a fan of the comedy in Brotherhood, I thought it worked well with the overall feel of the show. If comedy wasn't present in Your Lie in April, it definitely would have given you a different mindset in terms of emotion, but the comedy helped ease up on the more tragic and dark moments of the series. Overall, I really liked the story. It wasn't the best or most depressing anime that I personally have watched, but it left me with an empty feeling after finishing it, which many anime fail to do. The character list throughout this series is very small, consisting of only around 10 characters. That being said, I still believe that there are too many in this series. I truly loved Kosei as our main character. The struggles he had to go through really added to his development and personality. Kosei would not be the character he is, however, without Kaori. Kaori is the character that keeps the story moving by bringing individual themes and the actions our characters do together. She may not have developed as much as I had hoped, but her importance to the story is very crucial. Supporting character development could have been done a lot better. Tsubaki, as a supporting character, developed the most compared to the others. The other supporting characters felt like they were only there to either help Kosei along or fill in the plot points along the way. They did receive development, but I had hoped for more. Overall, the cast of characters is extremely likable in a variety of ways, but I personally wish they focused on developing the supporting characters more. Your Lie in April was animated by A1 Pictures. For a series focusing on music, the animation was beautiful. I liked the overall design and art style of the series. The environments looked great and the overall animation looked great as well. From the walk cycles to the concert scenes to the character designs, I loved almost every aspect about the animation. The transitions between the CG and 2D could have been done better, but it looked good for the most part. The animation for all openings and endings looked gorgeous, but opening 1 definitely stood out the most. The imagery throughout the series was breathtaking as well. The imagery was able to create a more detailed emotional connection to the story and characters. This especially stood out during Kosei and Kaori's performances. The imagery ranged from a spring meadow to an underwater setting and was diverse in many ways. This also helped create a more immersive experience during the performances as well. Overall, I was very happy with the way the animation turned out and was able to enjoy the performances more because of that. Being a series focused on music, the soundtrack is crucial in creating the best experience possible. I can happily say that the score to Your Lie in April was a masterpiece. Every score worked with the scenes they were in, especially during the performances. Each character had a particular style of playing, and the soundtrack was able to work with that beautifully. Opening one, Hikaru Nara by Goose House, was awesome as well. It was able to tell a story on its own with the animation that was provided as well. If you want to know more about the intricate details of the first opening, there was an awesome video covering each aspect of the first opening in detail that I will put in the description. When it comes to the other openings and endings, I thought they were only okay. The voice acting as a whole worked really well with the characters' emotions and personalities as well. Overall, the soundtrack has to be one of my personal favorites and worked very well with the other elements of the series. Now, with everything that I've said, do I recommend Your Lie in April? Absolutely. Your Lie in April was a sad story that had great main character progression. The romance elements of the series could have been done better, or they could have focused upon that less. With that being said, it was still an enjoyable experience. The downfall of Kosei was a great emotional investment as well, and it really helped with his overall personality and character development. Starting off as a blank slate Kaori in the world of music helped Kosei's canvas become a beautiful work of art. The other characters could have been more developed as it would help with the overall themes and romance of the story, but they aren't entirely bad. The animation was very well done, especially in the art of imagery, and the soundtrack was a true masterpiece. Your Lie in April also helped introduce me into the void, which only a few anime have ever done. Overall, if you are looking only for a romance anime, I would look elsewhere, but if you are looking for a series that has some romance elements, I would highly recommend Your Lie in April, as it has a great overall story and great main character development. If you want to watch Your Lie in April, you can check out the series for free on Crunchyroll. Now, what are your thoughts on Your Lie in April? Comment below. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I would really appreciate that as well. Follow me on Twitter and Hummingbird to keep up to date with the current things that I'm doing. And with all that said, I will catch you guys in my next review. Thank you for watching.
Shut the